Episode 4, Nothing New Under the Sun. Today's episode asks, in a world gone mad, are we running for our lives or running towards something? This has all happened before. How does conflict feed creative response? Does it build culture? Oy vey! There must be something more than this. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Life Drawing.
Welcome to Life Drawing with John and Jacqueline. Brought to you by Cottonwood. Cottonwood.
Cottonwood Center.
Cottonwood Center.
Brought to you by
Cottonwood Center for the Earth. Thank you.
Cottonwood Center for the Arts.
How do you feel? You out of breath?
Yeah. Well, you walk 1,000 miles an hour.
You're so fast. Slow down.
And you forget some of us have really long legs.
Okay, just to not exaggerate. I walk like
Briskly.
15 to 16 minutes per mile.
That's fast.
Which is, it's pretty fast. Did you know we have an artist on the second floor? Her name is Marty. And Marty ran the New York City Marathon in 1978.
What?
Yeah. And that marathon was won by Greta Waits. Do you know her? That's worth looking up. She was an amazing runner.
Whoa.
Anyway, Marty, who's upstairs, came in second place in the New York City Marathon
What?
in 1978.
No
Yeah,
way.
and she's one of our people. She does
What kind of art does she do?
silver and lapidary.
Whoa.
Like stones and silver. And she is such a character.
Does she still run?
I don't know, but she bikes here.
Oh, interesting. She got second?
Second place. And she was in the lead up First Avenue, which is like 16 miles. And then she got a really bad cramp. And she hobbled in. Like the last mile, she hobbled in.
Whoa.
But she made it. She got second place. People were cheering like crazy. And she's right here in this building. You should talk to her.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
When was the first year that women could run the marathon? Because it's like pretty late.
It's
like last year, basically.
Yeah, well, obviously this was 78, so it was happening. I don't
Probably
know.
not that much before
No, probably
that.
not that much before, because there were stories of, I think maybe the Boston Marathon, where
Was that when that one lady like dressed like a dude?
Rosie Ruiz,
Rosie the Riveter?
no,
She was the president
okay.
of wartime.
There was a runner. I think her name was
We can do it.
Rosie Ruiz. She ran in the Boston Marathon. Part way through, she peeled off, and she took a taxi 10 miles so that she could win the race.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, but she got caught.
Yeah.
And
But how did she get caught? The taxi driver?
I don't know. I mean, and I was thinking, like, was she carrying cab fare while she was running?
So it was like a premeditated crime.
Must have been. And she just wanted to skip by some of it. And you got to look that up because she is...
That's amazing.
Well, there's a lot of stories. You know, people have whole lives before they come here.
Some of us still have lives,
Some
too.
of us still have lives, but other people have lives that are vastly different, which is part of
which is amazing.
what makes Cottonwood. Cottonwood. Anyway, that's Marty upstairs.
Okay. Some of us can't swim.
Welcome, everybody. So for whatever it's worth, this is our fourth...
John can't swim.
Oh, I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
So where I grew up, there were
No pools.
And that,
What if you get dunked like
the only pool there was this kind. And I would hang out there, and these guys were smoking
good
cigars and playing 8-ball, and that was the only pool that I knew. But then my grandmother moved into this apartment in Yonkers,
Oh.
and they had a pool. But by that point,
How old were you at that point?
I was too old to admit that I didn't know how to swim.
Oh, yeah. You're like, I'll just die here.
I'll just die here.
Yeah,
so
I'll just
basically,
lay
I
on
learned to just kind of go in, put my head under the water. Like I could do this under the water. What do you call that?
The mermaid.
The mermaid under the water.
Or maybe doggy paddle.
Yeah, but the actual swimming, no.
No.
Do you know how to swim?
Yeah, but not well. I'm like not very built for swimming.
Okay.
I'm like, if you like imagine throwing kind of like a brick into the water.
That's you?
That's kind of me, like, entering a pool.
But was swimming available to you when you were a kid?
I did learn. I remember going to swimming lessons because I had a black bathing suit that had a big flower on it. And I remember the bees would like all land on my belt, like the middle of the flower was on my belly, and everybody would be in the pool swimming, and I'd just be running, screaming.
Okay. But I mean, when you watch the people swim, like in the Olympics, I can't do any of those.
Well, that's fair. I don't think anyone can.
But there were a lot of things like that. When you grow up like in a city
like a
environment,
densely.
like there was only one park and you could never kind of break into the system. Like there was a park, but there was like one basketball court and it was always the older guys playing. But we would go and watch, but you never got a chance to play. And they would play really competitive basketball, and it was really fun to watch. So I started to like sports, but never had a chance to play them. And there were two baseball fields. One was a baseball field, one was a softball field.
Well, like a public pool is a lot more expensive to put in than a baseball field.
Probably.
Or like just a blank.
Well, plus the maintenance, just to keep it up.
Yeah.
I think there were YMCAs that were probably around that had pools. We went to the JCC, which was the Jewish Community Center.
Oh, was it poppin'?
Yeah. Yeah, and we would make,
what did they have in there?
Celebrate all the Jewish holidays. And I remember peeling potatoes to make potato pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Called latkes.
Yeah, I knew that.
But the thing then is like ethnicity, like wherever you came from, there was a place for you to go.
Like a community, like a third space,
center,
as they call it,
for like whoever wanted to go do these different things. But it was such a melting pot of people. When you came out and you were in the community, if you were Jewish or Irish or Italian or, whatever thing, category.
There'd be like an Italian community center?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could any non-Jewish people go to the Jewish community center?
I don't know that answer. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I guess.
Like, if you went.
If you were just interested, they probably wouldn't have kicked you out.
Yeah. Or could I go with you?
Yeah.
Do they still have them?
They do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think they're as widespread as like YMCAs.
Yeah.
Because you have to be in a place where there's a significant Jewish population.
Yeah.
But my grandparents really wanted us to like learn Jewish culture things and that kind of thing. So we did a lot of that because we had like official Sunday school, like where we learned like Hebrew.
Yeah.
And Nick, you would go off to another room and we were performing, I think we were doing Fiddler on the Roof.
That's a classic.
We were doing a play because I remember sitting there singing, "Hoot day and night must scramble for a living, feed her wife and children." All right, so that was that.
I like it when he does this.
Yeah.
That's really great.
I don't think that was
Is that culturally insensitive for me to know? What's the matchmaking song? I like the matchmaking song.
Matchmaker, make me.
No, I don't like that one.
Find me a fine.
Catch me a catch. Maybe I do like it.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. But what I will tell you is that was kind of how culture and the idea of people doing art, I got interested very young in the arts. Yeah.
Wow. And what about it was artistic or creative there?
Well, like the plays that we did.
Yeah.
But I also had a family that the second you were old enough, you took the bus to the subway. We snuck under the turnstiles because we couldn't afford to pay for the subway.
Yeah.
My mom would always pay for the subway, like for herself.
Yeah.
We were 3 kids.
Yeah. Just go.
And it was just like scoot underneath. And then we went to see everything.
Yeah.
My grandmother, too, really emphasized that. Like, to see culture and art, museums.
Yeah.
Not just in New York City, but even outside. Like, I live right near this place called the Hudson River Museum.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. And we did programs there. They had a planetarium. And we'd go into the city and go to the Museum of Natural History. And we started going to Broadway shows. Like, we did a lot.
Which I feel like the whole anti-immigration thing as a whole is wild because we would have no art
Without it.
without immigration.
Yeah.
Maybe no art at all, actually.
I don't know how we've gotten so backwards on all of that type of thinking. Like, it's so possible to...
Like even Fiddler on the Roof, we wouldn't have Fiddler on the Roof.
Absolutely. Well, that was, I wonder if these things came now. Like, there was a time, and all you have to do is talk to anybody who's over 50, let's say. And they can tell you that embracing other cultures, it came so much more naturally than it seems to now.
Well, and I don't understand why no one had any say, even a tiny bit, on where you're born.
Right.
Like, everybody, no one is like a rooted tree. Like, no one has...
No. You're right. There's been just movement.
There is a highly migratory element to all living beings. Actually, even trees. Trees actually do migrate. And I say
well, it's that same...
everything migrates.
Right. It's that old story, which is the minute you define something, you limit it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you say, oh, you're Jewish, you're all of a sudden putting this thing that in a way is identifying you, but it's also in some people's minds limiting you.
Yeah.
But I can say that about anything. If you use you use a brick to hold a door open,
you've limited its ability.
Well, no, you're using it for more than what it'd normally be. If you only thought that a brick was to build a building,
you wouldn't think about using it as a doorstop.
You wouldn't think about using. So you have to be able to, utilize things as they're needed, which is also what artists do.
Yeah.
They take these common things, right?
Yeah, and yet you can't. It's almost like it's like a generative wounding to name something.
What does generative mean?
Like helpful. Like it creates. Like it's a creative. It's an iterative. It is a good thing in a way. The limit is almost helpful because like without the label of Jewish, part of your identity would be like unnamed.
Right.
Meaning it would start to sort of like fray at the edges.
Or something you fill out that just says other.
Other. Yeah, I'm other. Like there's a sense that twofoldness of it. Like you have to name things.
No, I agree. I mean, that's how society works. You have to say that's a car.
Yeah.
Like how do you get car insurance if everyone can't agree on what a car is?
But that's also like even statehood is a little bit wild. Like we've like made the marks on a map.
Right.
And then now those are man-made, but now we like defend them with violence.
Right.
And war.
You're absolutely right. I
That's
mean,
not like a God-given boundary. Like it's a human-made boundary.
I mean, again, I think these are the things that writers explore.
Yeah.
Philosophers explore. Artists explore.
I've only ever been on one vacation in my whole life, and it was to Roswell, New Mexico. I need a vacation.
But things are so expensive these days. Maybe I should sublet my art studio to make some extra money.
These are not live-work spaces. I wish. And don't you need the space to finish your Dreamscape submission? Inti against tomorrow.
I can work anywhere. The world is my studio. I'm serious, though. What if there was like a vacation rental for an art experience? Like a V-Art Bio.
Like an art B&B.
Have you ever been curious about a day in the life of an artist? How do they spend their time?
What kind of hip coffee are they hooked on?
Why are they always behind closed doors?
What are they doing in there?
Introducing Art B&B.
The ultimate artsy experience at Cottonwood.
We already rent 70 eclectic work studios to over 135 artists.
Now you too can see what the heck is going on around here.
Can I help you? Experiences include minimalism,
Maximalism, pottery, and so much more. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of your artist in their natural habitat.
Oh, good morning! Coffee for the lady?
Thanks. Yes.
Introducing Art B&B, where the creative curious come to Cottonwood.
No, these aren't yours.
Disclaimer, due to foreseeable complications, we are no longer accepting reservations for 2026.
Thank you for staying with us. That'll be $400.
Or 27.
Well, I even think about I think about the philosopher Adorno, and after World War II, he comes home and he says dwelling is now no longer possible. The idea of dwelling. And dwelling is a philosophical term, but
Dwelling, okay, so define it. Then.
dwelling is different than just living or occupying a space. Dwelling means sort of phenomenologically we are in this space and the space impacts us and I impact the space, and it's kind of like home in a way.
So
Dwelling means kind of our way of saying home in its full sense of meaning. But he's saying now after World War II, he comes home and is we can't dwell. We can't.
And what
there's
was
no
his?
home.
What led up to him making that proclamation?
I think just the absolute devastation of the world in a way, and also a total breakdown in ideology. How do we essentially how do you go on living after World War II? How does the whole world even continue on after something like a Holocaust? Mm-hmm. When we've done the worst possible thing you can imagine to an entire population, how do you? There is no dwelling after that. He says there is no.
And yet we did.
And we do.
And
yet
9/11 in New York, which is not World War II, but it was a pretty significant thing that happened. But people, the first response was, oh my God, we're devastated.
Yeah.
But so quickly after, this resiliency thing kicked in. It made it made a lot of things. It was an interesting time.
Yeah.
I mean, people who, let's say, might not otherwise necessarily drive their car around with an American flag.
Yeah.
All of a sudden would put a flag up. It did kind of bring people together. Unfortunately, for not that long. Now we all hate each other again. But there was a time.
Things are back to where they should be.
Yeah.
Or in a way, because there's a beauty to that resilience and performative in a good way. We're performing our togetherness. We've got to come together. And nothing brings people together like tragedy. And yet, how do we come together in these moments without also performing rampant xenophobia? Which that kind of stems out of 9/11 too, right? This the Middle East, all of it. That's the bad guy. How do we?
I don't know. I don't know where that answer lies. But it is. There must be one. The thing I'm just always shocked by is that not everyone wants world peace.
Yeah, because it's the very original wars. I mean, anytime, that's the thing though. Anytime you have humanity with humanity, there's going to be conflict because people are people. Mm. Well, I don't know. Actually, I say that. I don't know if I agree with that. But if you have any sort of community, there is always the risk of now we perform the border of our community.
Well, that goes back to this kind of pride.
Yeah.
This false pride
or
hubris for, let's say, being an American.
Yeah.
And all I want to say sometimes to people who are trying to be patriotic because that's what they think they know.
Yeah.
If you were born in that environment, you would be exactly like those people that you think you hate.
And you wouldn't even, I think we have a hard time too differentiating of I think I'm this autonomous, free-thinking being, and I just am not.
Right.
If my parents told me my whole life the sky was bright pink and the clouds are cotton candy, I would believe them. I don't actually see the sky as pink. That's the thing. Our brains are Jell-O molds, and there's a mold that's made, and unless we were really think critically about it. But the whole, too, I think American would get very... And patriotic's not even the right word, but we took this land too. Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, has been happening for the length of history of humans.
Yeah. But I wonder even too, if you have a sense of, you said, this pride, indigenous peoples were in tribes, and there's a beauty to that. But also a tribe implies cohesion, Absolutely. You're in this tribe or that tribe. You go to the Jewish community center, you go to the Italian community center. You're just not just Like when people are like, we're all one tribe. I'm like, no. Because I think what maybe the crux of it is we don't know how to hold difference. We don't know how to honor difference without flattening it. Like we don't know how to say like, you're going to the Jewish community center, I'm going to the Norwegian community center, and that's good and different. And we can walk out of those places and be together.
Yeah,
We're just like, we're all the same.
I do think we were better at that. I think we were
Yeah.
much more open about that. Like I hear things like there are institutions,
Yeah.
one of which is very close here up the road, whose name I will not mention. Like you're not allowed to ask where someone is from.
That's
And I
so,
want to say,
yeah.
I mean, whatever they're
That's the
thinking is,
thing,
I don't
yeah,
understand it. But why?
That's the thing. It's flattening out difference, which doesn't
Right.
do anything. It'd be like, we're all from the same place. I'm like, we're not. Also, so boring if we were.
Well, I mean, I think these are all the things that people who think artistically are trying to express,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, like we had the Brutalism show a couple of months ago. I wonder if you could trace, and my art history is poor, but do a lot of the big art movements pull from war?
Say that again?
Like, brutalism comes out of war. I guess I'm thinking like, do these big shifts in, like you take the span of art history, the big shifts, right? Into minimalism, into representation, all of these shifts, are they coming out of like series or like moments of war? Or like major, not even just war, maybe just major communal upheavals?
I think there are a lot of things that impact that. I mean, the thing that...
Like even coming out of COVID, probably the art, like in
Definitely.
400 years, they'll be like, after COVID,
Look what they were doing.
look what they were doing, and then look what they did after. And there'll probably be a name for it. And be like,
Right.
look at the shift.
Well, you know, we were talking about abstraction a couple of shows
yeah,
ago.
the abstract show here.
And,
The move into abstract is around.
but part of that was because photography became a thing.
yeah.
So people thought, if I'm taking a picture of that thing, that's sufficient to show the essence of that thing.
Yeah.
And so that's what inspired abstract people
Yeah.
to not just represent in their paintings, but
But
to show the feeling that
Yeah.
led to what they're painting.
yeah.
So I don't think it's just war, but I do think war has a huge impact.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to
or
do...
any big things. Which,
Any
yeah,
big
like the
things,
move
right.
to photography changes everything. I mean,
Right.
you have that huge Benjamin, right? The art in the age of mechanical reproduction, right? And he's saying, like, they lost their minds because, like, art's going to lose its aura. It's losing its soul because the artist didn't touch this. Because a photograph can be reproduced. Which I wonder too, I think about that in context of like our very AI driven and very technologically focused driven societies now of like, ooh, is it the same sort of argument between, you know, Benjamin saying like, no, their art can be reducible or is not real actually in a way that we need it to be real?
And you wonder how many patrons can even distinguish between those
The
things.
two, yeah.
But I think they can. I think
Yeah.
they can. Even if it's subconscious or subliminal or
Yeah.
whatever. You can feel when you're in front of a piece of art.
I know, and that's the thing. I'm like, I don't think art has aura in that sense. Like, it doesn't have this like, because like I feel like when have you seen the Statue of David like in person?
No.
Like you've seen the Statue of David a million times, right?
I've seen it. It's probably close to 1 million.
1 million times. But when I saw the Statue of David in real life, I like came around the corner and I gasped. I was like, I think I even get a little like teary thinking about it. I was like moved. And I remember thinking, because I was very much on that, like, art does not have aura and it doesn't have, like, it can be reproduced. Like a photograph can be art. But then, I don't know, you're standing in the presence of the David and you're kind of like moved spiritually,
How
emotionally.
often when you're looking at art do you feel that?
moved.
It's pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hard to say a
Yeah.
lot. Like for something to really,
Yeah.
really stand out, like and move you that way. emotionally.
Like I gasped.
Right. That is an amazing achievement on the part of the artist. I get that mostly with music.
Yeah, that's the thing.
For me, but it's not that I wouldn't get it looking at David either.
Yeah. I think I get it maybe more with writing. I have moments like that. Not quite often, but where you're like, I am.
Right.
Like how the kids say that changed my brain chemistry. But like it did, like that, like actually, like we were just talking about, like the brain is in a mold, right? Like we're molded into our cultures and communities, and that's how we think and view the world. But then that's why probably art's so important, because it takes your brain out of the mold. And for a moment, I'm like molded with Michelangelo and the David. But also that piece was made around war.
What year was that?
2012. I don't know.
David was made in 2012?
Yeah. You just, that's a little known
That's
fact.
pretty
Yeah, it's
recent.
pretty recent. I know. I don't know what people are looking at before then. But David was made to be outside looking
It's
towards
huge.
Florence. No, he's in Florence looking toward Rome.
Okay.
So he was made to be outside looking towards Rome in a because the moment of the David, he's gathering the rocks, but he is not engaged Goliath. So it's kind of like for Florence being a smaller city looking toward their bigger adversary. I might be wrong on all of this, but like he's looking towards Rome. So it was made out of like a wartime, not war, but conflict.
Is his aspiration to get to Rome?
No, I think it was like in defense of Florence looking toward.
Well, I mean, any good art is you feel the inspiration. Whether you understand it or not, you can feel when someone has been inspired, correct?
Yeah, there's that, and also there's the importance of like crafts, and like people really caring about their things that wouldn't have the aura like the David does, to come back to Benjamin saying like, no, art can be mechanically reproduced and still be art and good and valuable.
I mean, sometimes I think about, let's say women that made pots,
Yeah.
God knows 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And, was there really a reason to make them decorative, or were they just about function?
Yeah.
And if they were just about function, then they should have, it would have been painted or never would have had a design.
Yeah.
So there is some innate need
To,
to express through the simplest things,
well, like the cave paintings.
like the cave
Yeah.
paintings.
And,
Well,
yeah,
and that was
that's-
also storytelling.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like that's functional. That's so functional. Culture wouldn't be a thing without storytelling, without narrative.
No.
There would be no culture, no art, really.
Yeah, I feel like everyone in their own way has some need to express themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. I think there's parts of ourselves we can't know unless we are. I mean, I'm partial. Like I think like there's parts of you cannot know unless you're writing in some way, shape, or form. I don't even, maybe even a grocery list is fine enough, but like just like that act of writing is.
Well, what do you think of the theory though that like you're born without any of those limitations,
What do you mean?
right? So let's say a baby's born. When a baby's born, that baby has the ability to speak any language, right? I mean, they're just saying "Lulu Gaga." Yeah.
Oh.
Well, of course.
Because it's a universal
if they're
language?
learning Chinese, or if they're learning English, or if they're learning Arabic, or right, they could learn each
They
one.
sort of haven't been inscribed upon yet, so they
Yeah.
can go any which
But
way.
every minute
You
of
become
the day, they're getting
More
narrowed,
and more. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no, I speak English.
And now I'm,
And that's it. And they dismiss kind of everything else.
Yeah.
Because that's what they know. And that might be
that's who I am.
who I am
Yeah.
to function in society. But again, going back, because we're in the arts world, like, I think those are the places that real thoughtful artists
Yeah.
explore.
Yeah.
Expanding consciousness, reopening yourself back up,
Yeah.
expressing how difficult it is when you're kind of pigeonholed into becoming
Yeah.
who we become. There's so many things that are put upon us through school and education and experience in the world
Yeah.
that we're narrowing over the course of our lives.
Which is,
And don't you think that artists like writers are trying to kind of push back on that?
Gosh, I think almost like yes, but no, because also what I think is so hard about art and writing is like when it's in my head, it's all things. I'm like that baby. I'm like, I can be all things I'll be all nations. I will know all languages.
Right.
The second you write one word down on the page,
Right.
you've narrowed.
Yes.
And so it's like, same with art, like your ideas and visions are these all babies, you know? And then
Right.
it's really heartbreaking, I think. I'm always a little bit heartbroken at the end of an art piece or a piece of writing. I'm like,
Oh, because you're going to miss the process?
because
of it?
it's just, yeah, but also because now it's just this, right? It's what can fit on this page when before it was all things. But then I think it happens the other way too, right? It's on the page and now it can start to expand.
Yeah, but how many pieces of art encompass all things?
None of them.
None
That's-
of them.
I think
So
that's why
maybe
they're
that's
all,
a necessary thing. You have to, once you put the first word down, or you put the first color
Yeah.
on, or you touch.
now
the
it's
clay
red
a
and it's
certain
not
way.
blue now.
Right, it's red. It's not blue.
And that's
but
sad a little bit. Like it's,
in a way, but maybe that's what the essence of art is. That you're actually just capturing this little tiny piece, and the next time you work, you catch another little piece, and
Yeah.
you put it all together to
Yeah.
kind of re-expand culture and society.
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a month. And spread the word that we're here and trying to confront the challenges of the world of art, being an artist in this world, running an arts organization, and things like that. Any last words for you, young lady?
I was gonna ask, do you think we really landed on the moon?
Yes.
No. We never landed on the moon.
Maybe not. We have to sign out.
We'll
Email
unpack that later.
Neil Armstrong. Okay. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Oy vey.